What up, everybody? Hope you're feeling good, feeling great. We're just gonna get straight into it. Today is one of the most exciting videos I've ever filmed in my life. We are here watching the preparation of Chittagong's most famous dish, the Mezban. I want everybody to meet our guide today. This is Manju. Manju, you're the proprietor of the restaurant?
Yeah.
What is the restaurant's name?
Mezan Haile Ayun, which means if you want to have Mezban, come to our restaurant.
And it's 5:30 in the morning right now, and we are up early for some delicious food. And just check it out. Look at them cutting up all the bones, cutting up all the different pieces of the beef. Gigantic black pieces over there of beef. Wow, we've got the rib cage over here, chopping up the cartilage. So much tendon getting chopped up. And they've got these super sharp machetes, chopping and chopping and chopping. The cow is slaughtered at 4 a.m. Okay.
Yeah. Then the process started from right there.
And how many cows are we looking at right now? Two whole cows. They're starting to throw all the meat into this gigantic cauldron here, and oh, look at that, we're at 23 kilograms. This is the wood. So all the food is wood fired essentially. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of flavor coming from that. Wow.
This is a must, you know. If you don't do the wood, it's not the proper.
It's not the same. It wouldn't be if you just had like gasoline or propane or something. No. You need the real wood fired. And here it is. Here is the laboratory. Here's where all the magic happens, y'all. This is not a kitchen. This is a theater. There's about to be a show put on here. Wow, what is going on in there?
We call it Nola.
Dal?
No, Nola.
Nola.
See?
Oh wow. Oh, Nola. So that's the giant pieces of bone. And so you're cooking the bone marrow in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at the size of that. That is a massive bone. It looks like a leg bone. There's just a ton of beef surrounding it. Wow, we've got all the fresh onions cut up, ready to go. What are these other ingredients here that we're looking at? We've got some...
This is garlic.
We've got the garlic paste, okay? Some
onion.
brown garlic, onion.
Ginger.
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 And more ginger. So we got the ginger, we got the onion, we got the garlic, and then we got the fresh cut red onions. So we've got the beef sitting in here now being washed.
Washing is also a very important part of the
washing the
process.
beef is very important.
Now the way of washing, how much they have to wash, everything is very important.
Can you explain a little bit about why the washing is so important?
Because you know, it has to be washed in a way, a little bit of things should be there when the meat is cut, but otherwise it cannot be completely overwashed.
Ah, overwashed, okay.
There is a certain way of washing the meat.
Got it. Okay, and they've soaked it in there, and now they're pouring it in that big colander. We've got someone here cutting up some tomatoes. Assalamu alaikum, hello. Wow, look at that. They're literally taking them and putting them right over that giant knife, that giant machete. That is incredible. And then what does she have there? Is that coriander?
Yeah.
She's got the fresh coriander over there. Look at all these green chilies, everybody. The green chilies. Oh, those look so good. Wow. Look at this parade. Almost every part of the cow used, the organs.
Every part of the cow used actually. Wow. Not almost, every part of the cow used.
Every single part.
That's very important to have proper Mezbani. You know, you have to have meat from all around the body.
So you need the organs, you need the bone, you need the bone marrow, you need it all.
All the pork.
So the liver is getting mixed all throughout with the regular pieces of beef in here. Incredible. And as you can see, the liver much darker. And it is showtime. The process is about to begin. My man is dumping just heaps and heaps of salt. No measuring cups here. Doing everything by hand. No need. They're using the measuring cup of love, and they're trusting their heart to measure it out. Big clumps of salt going into that the organ stew that's going to be used for that chana dal. And then here comes my man with the ginger. Wow. The fragrances, y'all. The aromas. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting tingly out here. This is not a kitchen. This is a layer of magic. This is an alchemist's lair. This is a wizard's quarters. There's something special happening here.
All special organic.
All organic?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And now he's gonna put in some of that garlic. Wow. Look how creamy that garlic looks. Oh my gosh, look at it just piling on top of all the other salt, all the other ginger. In just a few minutes, they're gonna start stirring it all together, letting those flavors meld. Oh, now what are we working with here? We've got, oh, is that some like cloves?
Yeah,
some
yeah.
cinnamon?
Yeah, cinnamon cloves.
Cardamom?
Yeah.
Wow, all the dry herbs now are starting to get placed into the big cauldrons. Wow, look at those. A nice rich color. The colors are so different on all the dry herbs. You've got light browns, dark browns, reddish browns, kind of like reddish orange color on some. All right, and now he's going, here come the cloves. Big handful of cloves, 1 handful each. Wow. And with each ingredient that drops in, the smells inside this kitchen start to get more and more potent. This is more spices. What's the name of this spice?
Jaifal and jotrik powder.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
And now, is this spicy or is it more flavorful?
No,
more flavorful.
This is white pepper.
White pepper. All right. Now, okay, we've actually seen, now a measuring cup is actually being used. So he's taking out just a little teacup of white pepper, putting that in. And again, the same ingredients that are going into the Mezban are going into the dal as well. And here we go. This is an assembly line. It's a well-oiled machine. Tonya.
Yeah.
And that's a special herb, right?
Yeah.
That's
all like meant to be with the Mezbani.
This herb is indigenous right here to Southeast Asia, right? Wow. Look at that big, so powdery. I think that might be one of the most used spices that they're putting in right now. Same amount going into the dal chana. Boom. All right, now we've got the jeera being scooped in. 2 big handfuls each. Wow. And as you can see, everything's still sitting on top in just a few moments. All the spices, all the seasonings, all the meat, they're gonna boogie together. They're gonna do a little dance. We got a different kind of jeera coming in. So this one was sweet, whereas the first jeera was more savory.
Yeah.
Okay. So a mixture of spicy, sweet, savory herbs and spices. And whenever those onions drop in, you know we're gonna get a little acidity from that as well. Wow. Okay, and what does my man have over here? The buckets just keep appearing. This is
turmeric.
Turmeric, okay. Wow, now we're adding the turmeric in there. Oh my gosh. You know you're in Southeast Asia when there's turmeric in all the dishes. And that beautiful orange color getting added in with everything. Okay, next up, what do we have here?
This is our local spices.
This is local spices, okay?
This spice, it has to be organic. It has to be from certain area. Otherwise, it's not like that.
What's the name of the spice?
Chili powder.
Chili powder, okay, so some classic chili powder from the region.
Yeah.
So special chili powder, Bangladeshi chili powder. Local spice, okay. Now they're adding in these darker local spices. So what do we have here now? This is...
There's also another spice to make the Mezbani
more spices, more tasty. More taste, more spice. It just keeps coming, y'all. Right when I didn't think they could possibly add any more spices, they just keep coming. This one, it's a little like more dense. It almost looks like dirt. It's kind of got a gravel looking consistency to it.
And we use mustard oil.
Mustard oil. Oh, wow.
Organic mustard oil, not, you know.
Okay, organic mustard oil?
Yeah.
Wow, look how thick that looks. And you got like this rich, dark orange, kind of like a liquid gold color. And whoa, it's starting to get smoky in here as they're starting to fire up a few more of those burning piles of wood. Gigantic scoops full of the mustard oil. So much. And you already know that mustard oil, it's gonna immediately start tenderizing that meat. All the different salts and spices in there. The beef is just gonna be so soft, so succulent, fall off the bone. Oh, and here come the fresh cut raw onions by the basketful. Balancing, trying to film and not get smoked out by all this fire, all this wood burning. Oh man, look at how fresh those look. Just a beautiful purple, white color on the onions. And that's where all the acidity is gonna come from here. Boom. More, just kilograms upon kilograms of onions. So here comes the onion paste. He's pouring that in the chana dal. So we've got the onions that are gonna be fresh. We've got the paste. So you're actually gonna get such a different flavor and texture from the onions as well, I think.
For this you have to use paste, and for this you have to use the whole material.
So for the chana dal, we're using the onion paste, whereas in the Mezbani, we're using the straight up raw onions. Okay, and now they're starting to take out the big shovels, the big spoons, and they're mixing it all together. Wow, look at all the different colors start to form. Oranges, the whites, the reds, the browns. Khala bhuna, this is a different dish.
See, this is Mezbani mangsho, Mezbani meat. That one is Chattogram, khala bhuna.
Khala bhuna.
Yeah.
So now he's dropping the red chilies, those dried chilies, into the khala bhuna. Okay, they're taking it on these big wooden poles now. Wow, and they're bringing it over, putting it on top of the fire, on top of that burning wood. Wow. And now the real magic begins. Now the flavors and the meat meet with the fire. So the nola, the bones, they're done cooking on the high heat. What they're gonna do now is bring it over here and slow cook it on these coals over here. Wow, and they're taking those hot coals right from the fire, scooping them out. Glad I didn't wear sandals today. I might lose a toe. Choo-choo! Here comes the nala train, and now it's getting dropped right directly on those hot coals. Nothing between it. Oh, wow. Can't even imagine how hot that pot is right now. These embers look like they could melt the ground. Oh, look at that. It's so dark, it's so rich. You're starting to see the separation. On the outside, you've got like the red color from the stew, and then right in the middle, it's so thick, it's murky. It's almost like boiling mud. And now they're starting to put the tops on all of the big pots. So they're gonna let all the flavors meld together. So here my man is stirring up the khala bhuna. Look how beautiful that looks. It's got this amazing darkish, reddish, orange color to it. Big chunks of meat in there. And then you got the other guy over here.
You know, khala bhuna means black bhuna.
It's like black meat.
It will turn into black, yeah.
Ah, so khala bhuna means black. And essentially the beef that's being cooked here is gonna turn black. And all those different spices that's being put in there. You can start to see the dried chilies in there as well. Don't mind the smoky eyes. Okay, this is like a scene from Lord of the Rings or something. It's like they're preparing, it's like they're preparing to feed the soldiers for war. So much food here. It's getting prepared right now. Let's check in on the nala. Wow. Look at that, the steam just coming off of it. Oh my gosh. It's bubbling like a pure cauldron of lava. Hot magma. Oh, the Mezban in all its glory. So dark. Wow. Look at those perfect sized pieces. Let's check in on the chana dal now. You can't get close, because you're just gonna get smoked out, and the heat is so intense. It's like that movie, The Towering Inferno. Oh my gosh, the color on that dark meat. I'm so excited for the Mezban, but I'm also really excited for the dark meat, for the khala bhuna. Oh, and here come the lentils. Here comes the dal coming in hot. Well, actually, it's coming in quite dry. Dump it and pour it in. Let's get up close. Oh wow, pouring all those lentils in. Those lentils are just gonna absorb all the flavors in there. Wow. They're so hot. Can't believe those guys are working in there. Oh my gosh. Smoked out, loked out, y'all. Ah! Can't even like falling apart with that smoke. It's not even real. Oh jeez. Better watch out. Here comes the next load of lentils coming in. Wow. That is so cool. And we got lentil load number 3 coming in. Wow. So 3 gigantic baskets of lentils dumped into that stew. Wow. So get ready for this. They're gonna start scooping more of the hot coals onto the floor here, and then they're gonna take that Mezban off the really high heat, and they're gonna put it on the coals to let it simmer again. They're gonna slow cook it now. And here it comes, the transportation, moving that Mezban onto the hot coals now. Wow. Let's get up close and personal here. Look at it just sizzling. The absolute hottest liquid on earth right there. It looks like it literally came from the center of the earth. Pure molten lava. Magma. Gosh. You take a bite of that now, you say goodbye to your tongue. say goodbye to your organs too. It's gonna burn right through you. Kalhuna just getting darker and darker as the minutes tick by on the clock. It's so hot in here, the GoPro feels like it's gonna melt into a ball of plastic at any minute. I think the battery is gonna explode, y'all. All right, and here comes the chana dal. You gotta answer the call for the chana dal. Oh man, whoa. Look at that bubble. Look at that sizzle. Oh my gosh, it's got this beautiful like foam on top. Oh, you can start to see all the lentils there. They've taken on a much darker color now. Wow. All the lentils, they
Even better color after some time.
it'll get a better color. Okay, so we've still got so much longer to go in the cooking process of the chana dal. This is gonna sit in here and simmer over this low flame for another 2 hours before it's ready to consume. All right, and it is show time. It is time for a Mezban bonanza. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Oh, here it is. Here it is, everybody. Wow. Ultimate spread of spreads. Oh my gosh. Where to even begin? Okay, so this is the nali.
Nola.
So this is the nala right here. Look at the size of that bone. Incredible, just stewing in all these sauces and its own juices right here. This looks to be the mezban itself. And this right here is the chana dal. Let's take a big nice scoop of that. Wow, look at those lentils. Look at all the colors have changed since we first saw them hours and hours ago. And then over here is the kalhuna. This is the black beef. Oh wow, look at those onions now in there. Looks so nice and caramelized. Those are gonna be so tender. The smell coming off this table, guys. Ah! I'm delirious. You better believe I'm not pulling out a single fork, not a single spoon. This is an eat with your hands meal. And just to confirm, in this culture, we only eat with the right hand, right? No left hand. No left hand action, everybody. All right, let's get straight into it. Let's not waste another second. I think I might faint from starvation if I don't get a calorie in me anytime soon. All right, so I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start scooping the dal first. We're gonna take one scoop of the dal, the chana dal, and put it right there in that corner. We wanna make sure that we get a big piece of this like tendon and these organs in there too that we can nibble off of. My main man here hooking me up with some scoops of that mezban, the first couple scoops. Time to go in for our first scoop. We're grabbing some of that chana dal. We're grabbing a big piece of that mezba. Here it is, guys. We got a little bit of the white rice. We got the mezban hidden there, and then we got the chana dal. Pow! So many spices. A nice big piece of bone there. Oh my gosh. The heat is hitting right away. You can taste all those spices. You can taste the cinnamon. You can definitely taste the green chilies in there. Oh my gosh. Flavor explosion. Woo, woo, woo. That beef is so incredibly tender. Let's just go straight in on the Mezban beef now. That is one of the most succulent pieces of meat I've ever had in my life. I can't even begin to describe how well the beef has just absorbed all those flavors from the spices, from the vegetables, from the herbs that they put in. This is remarkable. Look at this. Look at that. I just squeezed it. Look how it just literally falls apart. I mean, this is fall off the bone, tender meat. I've never had meat like this in my life. Ow. Oh, that's the liver. Yeah. That liver, oh, jam-packed with flavor. If you got that nice, like, how to describe it, kind of like irony flavor, and that does a really good job of just absorbing all the different flavors that were in there too. Oh, thank you, my man. More gravy cannot get enough. Now it's time for the kalhuna beef. This is the blackened beef that we saw getting cooked in there with all those dry herbs and kind of the much more shallow cauldron. Ooh, that's another fingertip eraser right there. That's so hot, guys. Oh my gosh. We're gonna just, again, mix that in with the rice to let it cool down. Oh, we got a nice little caramelized onion sitting on there. Pow. So tender, so dense. Wow. A completely different texture and flavor compared to the Mezban. It's like, obviously it's black in color, like it's so much more smoky. It's so much more like intense. The Mezban is just so heavenly. It's so succulent, so juicy, so tender. And then, of course, it was mixed and cooked with different herbs than the kalhuna was, but oh, the kalhuna is really nice. It's got a much like heartier kind of bite to it, like much more dense. The meat is just a little more tough compared to the Mezban, but unreal all around. And now I think we got to try this.
Yeah, nola.
Oh my gosh! And now we're gonna try to get some of the bone marrow from it. Is that? I'm gonna let my man here help me out because gosh only knows what's going on. Okay, now we've dumped it in there, and as you can see,
this gravy also very tasty.
All these flavors mixed here. But the gravy, okay, can I get a bit? Can you put a scoop in there? Pow! Okay, the nolly cooled down, so now we're gonna try one of these super fatty, gelatinous parts of it. Pow! Wow! Melt in your mouth. I thought it was gonna be a lot tougher. That is so soft. Really, just this insane, rich fatty flavor to it. Again, it just does an amazing job of having all those spices interwoven in it from being cooked for so long in those cauldrons. I'm losing my mind. I'm literally losing my mind. This is so good. The rice, of course, provides a nice texture component to it all, and does a really good job too of also just absorbing all the different flavors we've got going here. This is a cornucopia. This is a carnival of flavors. I'm having an out-of-body experience, y'all. This is just unprecedented. Never have I had a meal like this anywhere in the world. Never have I had a meal that was cooked this long, cooked with this much love. It is perfect. Everything here is a 5 rocket ship dish. And I'm not just saying that because the owner, one of the most famous restaurateurs and entrepreneurs in all of Bangladesh, is here with me, Mr. Manju. No, I'm not just saying it because of that. I'm saying that because this is a bucket list dish. If you come to Bangladesh, this is the #1 thing you have to try. All the food I've had here has been really good. The fushka, the kachori, but this is Bangladesh. I feel like this is the most. This defines your country. This is just so much flavor in here, y'all. And that's that. Wow. First off, I want to thank you very much for such an incredible day, man, for helping to make this possible. A culinary experience unlike any other. Out of all the food videos I made all over the world, I think this one was the most special. Certainly the most exciting, certainly the smokiest, certainly the hottest, and certainly the meatiest video we've ever done here, man. A major thanks to your awesome staff. I mean, those guys were some of the behind the scenes all-stars today. You saw how much work they were putting in into stirring the food, into being surrounded by all that smoke and everything all day. So major shout out to them. Thank you, man, for just an amazing meal.
Looking forward to see you again.
Yes, I promise you I'll be back. You have to come to Bangladesh. You have to come to Chittagong. You have to try one of the best foods, one of the best meals in my life that I just had right here, y'all. My name's Brent Timm from Chittagong City, and I'm saying ciao for now.